Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see about what is covariance and how we are going to calculate it manually and using web calculator. For that, we have to see what is covariance. So in statistics, covariance is a measure of a relationship between two random variables and how the two random variables are vary together. So in name itself, we can see it is covariance. So it is similar to the variance, but the variance can only tell us how a single variable varies. So the covariance tells two variables how they are vary together. So while calculating, if the covariance value is a positive, then it indicates two variables tends to move in the same direction. If we get the negative value, then it shows the two variables are move in the inverse direction or in the opposite direction. So from the covariance value, we can find the relationship. Either it is moves in the same direction or in the inverse direction. So next, the sign of the covariance shows the tendency in which it is a linear relationship between the variables. So the sign is simply shows the linear relationship. If the covariance value is 0, so it is also possible. So the covariance value can be positive, negative, and 0 also. So it shows there is no linear relationship at all. So between the random variables. So this covariance 0 is also known as they are uncorrelated. The two random variables x and y are uncorrelated. So it is also shows that the random variables are independent. So if the two random variables are independent, they are uncorrelated, but the inverse process is may not be possible always. If they are independent, they must be uncorrelated. So this is the observation from this. From this diagram, we can see, we know the linear graph. Okay, so if it is a xy axis, if we draw this line in the sense, it is linearly vary. So here also, if the positive covariance means it is linearly vary, if the negative covariance means it is also linear, but in the negative side. So here we can see it is in the random manner. It shows the covariance is 0. So if the covariance is 0, it is uncorrelated. So next we see the formula for the covariance. So it is the expected value of the product of their deviation from their individual expected value. So the deviation from their individual expected value in the sense, so it is a deviation. So here we can see the deviation and the product. So we are multiplying the both, and the expected value is nothing but the average. So average is summation of both the values and divided by the total number of values. So it is expected value. So it is one of the formula for the covariance. The another formula is by using the property, we can write the expected value of their product minus the product of their expected value. So the expected value of their product, in the sense product in this means xy. So expected means a of xy. So minus product of their expected value. So it is individual expected value and we are multiplying this. So by subtracting two values, we can get the covariance of x comma y. So both the formulas will give the same answer only. So by using this formula, we are going to calculate the covariance in manual method. So here I took two set of values, so x and y. And first we have to find the mean of it. So by adding and divide by the total number of values, we can get the mean as 3 and 15. So it is x values and here it is a deviation. So that is from x, we have to minus this mean value. So 1 minus 3 is minus 2 like that. And it is y value and it is minusing the mean from the y, and we have to multiply this both. And after adding, we get this answer. And by the formula, we have to divide it by the total number, the number of samples, that is 5. We are getting 10. So we can observe here, the value is positive. Here, The positive value of covariance implies the greater value of one variable corresponds to the greater value of another variable. That is, both the x and y have similar behavior and both are in the increasing manner. Here also we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and here also it is increasing. So both are going in a positive direction, same direction. So the covariance is positive. Okay. So from this, we can observe this. So in the nest, we are seeing the negative covariance example. So in this, the x value and y value. So x is 1 to 5 and y is 50, 40, 30, 20 and 10. Here we can see it is decreasing. So x is increasing and y is decreasing. So both are in opposite direction. So we can observe the final result. Here the covariance is minus 20. So it gives the negative covariance. So if one increasing, one decreasing in the sense, we get the negative covariance. Here also the calculating procedure and all is similar to the previous. So now we are going to cross verify it by using the web calculator. Okay, so this is a web calculator known as the N calculator. And here first we have to fill the X value. So our X value is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And our Y value is, first we took 5, 10. Then 15, 20, 25. After filling this X and Y set, we have to click generate work. So here we can see the same value what we get in by the manual method. So 10. So this positive value, and here if we scroll down, we can see the how they are calculating. So they are also using the same formula, and after all this calculation, we get this value as 10. So in covariance, the magnitude is not that much important. The sign of the covariance only tells the relationship between the two random variables x and y. So we observe the sign of covariance here. So next, we change the y set. So the x set is same. Next, we change the y set as 50, 40, then 30, 20, and 10. Now we click the generate work. So here we get minus 20. So the same answer we get by the manual method also. So and here, after all these calculations, we get the answer as minus 20. So here we get the negative covariance. So which implies that the x and y both are oppositely varying. So while x is increasing, y is decreasing. So we are getting the negative covariance value here. Here we conclude that in covariance, it tells about how the two variables are vary together. The positive value means the two random variables are moves in the same direction. Negative value shows the two random variables are moves in opposite direction. The covariance is 0 means it is uncorrelated to each other. So this covariance is different from the correlation. In such a way, this covariance shows only it is positively or negatively related to each other, but the correlation shows how strongly the two variables are related to each other. So in this way, the correlation is different from the covariance. So both are somewhat different. So hope you understand about the covariance concept and how to calculate it manually and using the web calculator. Thank you for watching.